So we'll begin as usual by putting on our blindfolds. And then checking our posture on our seat. If you're sitting straight up, make sure you're balancing your skull between your shoulders, balancing your torso over your hips. You can tell that you're leaning back far enough so that your lower and mid-back muscles release a little more, so they're not working very hard to keep you upright. You can also tell that you're balanced well enough because you're not putting excess pressure on your legs, your ankles, and your feet to keep you upright. Checking your eyes, that they're open or closed behind the blindfold, whatever requires the least effort. Releasing your jaw and letting your tongue float inside your mouth effortlessly. Checking your pelvic floor, that there's no clenching there in those muscles. Check your hands and fingers, that they're loose and relaxed. And then checking your feet and your toes, that they're also relaxed and soft. And let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths in and out, and on every exhale, try and extend it so it lasts a little longer than the inhale. This will help bring on the relaxation response. So we begin breathing in. And out. In. And out. Make sure that on the next inhale, your belly is expanding on the inhale. Breathing in. And out. And then breathing normally. Still breathing with the diaphragm muscle indicated by your abdomen expanding on every inhale and collapsing gently on the exhale. Feeling the sensation of your belly moving with every breath, and picking up on any enjoyable sensations that you feel there. Allowing those sensations to spread and soothe your body, which has a reciprocal soothing effect on the mind. And so for the next 5 minutes, we'll just train this way, breathing and feeling the breath entering and leaving the body, at the same time noticing the pleasant sensations from breathing with the belly's movement. Now we're going to transition into practicing loving kindness. First, look in your mind and try and select a person or even an animal who is dear to you, who makes you happy, who you care about and who you know cares about you. Someone who, just by thinking about them, you smile and you feel happy and even joyous. You might remember a scene with this person from your past, maybe greeting them after a long absence, maybe an intimate moment at home, or traveling together, or learning something from this person, or just having a lot of fun and just feeling a natural flow of love for this person. So for some of us, it's really remembering a beloved pet, a pet who lives with you now or a pet who has passed away would work, a dog or a cat or any other pet who you truly love. Pets are easy because of their unconditional love. But you might think of a human also, perhaps your child, your lover, your spouse, your partner, a dear, trusted friend, or even a teacher. It could be a school teacher or a spiritual teacher. It could even be a coach, either a sports coach or a professional coach, or a supervisor at work who really has your back, who's really supportive of you. Whoever it is you use as the object for this practice, again, should be someone who, just by thinking of them, you feel happy and joyous. So take a moment now to choose your object, that person or animal who really lights up your heart. And after choosing this being, see if you can recall an event or a moment that occurred between the two of you, a communication, or a very sweet memory you have of them. And it should be a memory that, thinking about it, you really feel a response in your heart and indeed your whole body, that you feel more relaxed and you feel very nice sensations. And these feelings can start in your heart or even inside your skull. And that's a good starting point. Any tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth, and a very nice emotional tone. So for a couple of minutes now, see if you can replay this memory you have of them, this image you have of them. Replay it over and over to generate a felt experience in your body and your mind. So we'll do this now for a couple of minutes. It's important to not hold back on the feeling of love and appreciation for this being you're imagining right now. Really let your heart speak, let it open. Don't diminish any feelings, but if you can allow yourself to feel the full range of love you have for this being, that would be very good for this practice. And having generated a felt experience in your body, maybe it's just beginning in the heart now or inside your head, we let go of the visualization, let go of the memory of this person, and turn your attention now to the feeling itself. That warmth, the tingling, the emotional tone, any feelings of heaviness or lightness, whatever positive sensation you generated, rest your mind on that. So we're no longer paying attention to the feeling of the breath moving in and out. We let that go. And the feelings generated by thinking about your beloved person or animal, that is now the object of this practice, the object of your attention. And what we'll do for the remainder of the session until I ring the bell is just continue resting your attention on the sensation. Don't try to force it to increase. That will actually shut it down. Instead, just pay attention to it in an open way. Surrender yourself to the feeling. Let yourself go into it without trying to manipulate it. Just allow it. And the more you can allow it to be, the more it will expand on its own. And you might start to feel waves of that feeling spreading either from your heart or your head to your neck and your chest and back and down your abdomen and even into your legs and arms. The more you can let go into this feeling. So it's not about forcing or pushing or making. And there might come times, especially when you are just learning this practice, when the feeling goes away. When the feeling has totally disappeared, recall the visualization or the memory that you used at the beginning of this practice to generate that feeling at the beginning. Or you could choose a different memory. You could even choose a different person. Maybe you didn't choose the best person to start with. But just use the visualization to make that feeling arise in your body. And once it's there and it's stable, then once again you'll let go of the memory, let go of the visualization, and return your attention to resting just on the sensation itself, letting go into it and allowing it to expand at its own pace. And eventually, if it does fade away entirely, do the process again. Use the memory or visualization to bring it back, let it go, and just rest in the feeling. And naturally, with all these good feelings, you'll spontaneously start to smile. The practice you already know of smiling, so you'll incorporate the smile into this practice. So we'll continue this way silently until the end of the session. And that concludes the session.